The CNN poll which said Obama came out on top is something I would agree with. The debate last night was a lively one. It was much more lively than the previous two debates between these and the vice presidential debate as well. A lot of negativity, which was unfortunate to see, but Obama clearly edged the debate on points. McCain came over as a little bit tetchy, whereas Obama kept his cool much better, and I think I would certainly agree that Obama edged it. It was clear in the first 30 minutes or so of the debate that McCain was having his best performance of the entire debating season. He was very strong on the economy, scored some good points. Unfortunately, he couldn't hold it together. I mean, he wasn't that far ahead, but Obama came back very strongly when they were talking about things like healthcare and so on, other elements of domestic policy, education. He was very strong on as well. And McCain just didn't seem to have the full hand of cards. He was strong at the beginning. He'd obviously rehearsed very well, had some very good arguments, and referred to a guy called Joe the Plumber throughout the debate. I hope they find Joe and find out what his view of the debate was. The issue of negative campaigning came up very strongly in this debate. I think both candidates handled it reasonably well. Obama turned the question round to the positive and said, well, he wasn't going to get involved too much in talking about the negative aspects of the campaign, although he did mention a couple that McCain had raised. McCain was rather more strong and clearly felt quite hurt by some of the attacks, but the negative campaigning doesn't really seem to be working with the American voters. The advice I'd give to people if they're approached with difficult questions by the media or anybody else is, again, stick to what you know. Make sure that you acknowledge the question, that you say, yes, I understand your concerns, but the important issue here is this, and this is what I'm here to talk about. I don't want to get involved in negatives. That's always the best way to deal with a question of that type. In terms of their media appearance and persuading the viewers, I think that the candidate who has the most lasting impression is the one that will relate best to the viewer. Obama was particularly good at this in this third debate. He talked directly into the camera. He looked into the eyes of the viewer in their own living room at home and spoke to them directly and used the word you a great deal. McCain, on the other hand, tended to look at the adjudicator of the debate. He didn't catch the eye of the camera, if you like, the eye of the American voter as much, and I think he didn't connect nearly as well. I think if you're in this situation where you've got to address these type of issues, you've got to make your case directly to the people you're talking to, or it doesn't come over so well. If I were to coach both candidates now, I think I would be talking to Obama about making sure that he starts the debate well. I think he started the debate rather poorly. He went onto the back foot last night, and I would say to him, stay calm, stay collected, keep doing what you're doing, but make sure that you've got some good sound bites to deliver early on in the debate and make an impression. As far as McCain is concerned, I think there's a bit more work to do there, and I would say to him, you've got to focus on the positive aspects of your campaign. The most important thing I would say to McCain is pick one issue for the last 3 weeks of the campaign, hammer that again and again and again, and make sure people know what it is you stand for. I think he's been a little bit diffuse, a little bit disparate. He's got to find one issue and stick to it if he's going to claw back this huge gap in the polls.